Hey folks, David Stewart here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's jump right into it. Oblivion Remastered. This is going to be a character creation guide and leveling guide for this. You don't really need much of a leveling guide. It's a lot easier than the original Oblivion, which I think a lot of people will welcome. You no longer have to worry about micromanaging major and minor skills. You just level up based on using any skills, Skyrim style, and then you get to pick where your attribute bonuses end up going when you level up. You get 12 points to spend. Luck costs 4. I'll go into that deeper in a minute, but I do think there is some considerations to make when it comes to character creation, just like there was in the original. There are some choices that I think are stronger than others, and I want to talk about those right now. I do like to make a save at the end of the sewers. That way, whenever you want to make a new character or try out a new build, you don't have to do the tutorial again. You just load this save and go to the gate here, and you get to make a new character however you want. So let's start with identity, which is race. The best choice here is going to be Breton. Once again, you get 50% magic resist. That's going to be very strong at level 1, and it's going to be very strong at your high levels. So at level 40, it's still going to be really strong. In fact, it's going to be maybe even stronger because the magical enemies will do a lot more damage. So the 50% magic resist is by far the best bonus. One thing I do like about the remasters, they show you the stats and they show you your skills as you're making your character. So you can pick a race based off of what skill bonuses you want at level 1 or what attributes you want different. You can pick whatever race you want. I would say a strong number 2 is Altmer for the extra Magicka bonus. That's pretty good. But I think Breton with the 50 Magicka bonus plus 50 Magic resist, that is just really insanely good. So that's the one I recommend. Now, you could pick 2 different origins. If you're wondering why they introduced this into the game, it's because there were different stats for male and female characters in the 2006 version of Oblivion. So one of these is for the male version, one is for the female version. The female version had 30 strength and had 40 speed. The male version here has 40 strength and 30 speed. They just divorced that from choosing male or female. When you go to body, type 1, type 2, you guys are probably familiar with this as far as newer generations of games go. So just pick which one you like to look at. But because this is a first-person game, I don't look at my character a lot. I don't worry too much about it. I'm wearing a helm most of the time. So I just kind of made a character quickly, pick some hair that you like, and go for it. So I like that hair. I'm going to make my guy a little older here, and why not give him we'll give him a beard. Boom, give him a nice beard here. There we go. Boom. I think he looks good. Breton is what I'm going to pick, and that's what I recommend you also pick. So, but you do whatever you want to do. You can have fun role-playing as whatever you want. Birth sign, there are some changes from the original game. So in the original game, I recommended the Thief because of the 10 luck. The 10 luck is really, really strong at level 1. With the current leveling system, that's the equivalent of 40 attribute points that you could spend to get 10 luck at level 1. So it's very strong. That is the strongest stat boost that you could pick. Second strongest would be Warrior because of the 10 endurance at level 1. Just get you a start on maximizing your endurance and maximizing your health. Plus 10 strength to let you carry more stuff. Any of the ones that give you 20 stats are going to be a little bit worse, but on par. I would say 50 Magicka is okay, but it's not great. I'd say the 100 Magicka with the weakness to Magicka is not great. I would say Moonshadow is not a good one to pick. You can just get an invisibility spell you can use all the time. You can just buy one, so that's not a great one to pick. The Atronach is a unique one, and I always recommend someone at least try out the Atronach for a playthrough. It gives you a 50% chance of absorbing a spell, which will increase your Magicka, but you don't regenerate Magicka normally. So combined with Breton, it can make a really Magicka resistant character that can cast a lot of spells, but can't regenerate Magicka very easily. So it's an interesting playstyle. But I think the new strongest one is not the Thief anymore, even though that 10 luck is very good. I think it's actually the Lord. And the reason I think it's the Lord is the 15% Magicka resistance. That's really strong. It's going to be strong at level 1. It's going to be strong at level 40. You get an extra 15 armor rating at level 1. That means you could wear a robe and more or less be fully armored, wearing a robe at level 1. Very, very good choice here. So I think that's the best choice. Now, you can pick whichever other ones you want. I don't recommend the ones that have a spell or a power because they're just not going to be as strong over the long term as something that gives you stats at the beginning or something that gives you persistent, in this case, resistant to magicka. So Lord is the new one that I recommend. I think it's a great choice, but you can pick whatever you want. Now, class. Unlike the original Oblivion, you don't have to manage level ups with your major and minor skills. You don't have to manage, okay, I need to go train up my armor and then block 10 times. You don't have to do that anymore to get the correct stat bonuses that you want when you level up. You just get those stat bonuses. You get 12 and you can spin them any way you want. So that means what you should do at level 1 is pick the skills that you want to use at level 1, the things that you want to be really good at. So I know for a lot of you that's going to be Stealth Archer. Just pick the Stealth Archer build if that's what you want to do, and it's really good in Oblivion. So pick archery, pick sneak, whatever you want. So when you make a custom class, I usually still recommend a custom class. That way you can pick how you want it to work. This is the equivalent of the 3 stones in the beginning of Skyrim. So you can pick combat, stealth, whatever you want to focus on. I think combat's the best. Now for attribute choices, luck I think is the best. Everyone should pick luck because luck is the most expensive to raise as you level up, and it has the biggest effect at level 1 with maybe less of effect like higher levels because what it does is it raises all your skills a little bit. So when your skills are low, that matters a lot. When your skills are all maxed, not so much. Endurance, I think, is the other best pick. That gives you just more health. It gives you a start on maximizing your endurance. So endurance and luck is what I recommend. Skills, pick whichever ones you want. Athletics will let you run faster. You can pick blade, block, whatever you want. They have one for each one here. Conjuration, destruction, illusion. Those are the magic schools I really like to be good at. You can do acrobatics, let you jump a little higher. That's pretty useful. I think athletics, though, is a little bit better because it lets you run faster versus jump higher. But you can pick whichever one you want. And I like sneak. I don't recommend, there's a couple of skills that I don't recommend people pick up. And that's because even with this version of the game that I've tested out, you don't really need them. One is security. The lockpicking game is really easy. It's harder to do with a mouse because of some weird input lag that exists in the game. But it's really easy to do with a controller. So if you plug a controller in just for the lockpicking, you can skill your way through the hardest locks in the game without breaking any lockpicks. There's no reason to pick security as a skill. You don't need a bonus in it. Plus, you can get the skeleton key really early on by like level 10, I think, and that will just negate doing that. Mercantile is also another one I don't usually recommend. You don't usually have a shortage of things to sell, so getting a few extra gold every time you sell something, it just doesn't matter as much. Marksman, I think, is good. And then Speechcraft is another one that I just think is kind of a dead skill. They made it, a little bit matter more in this version of the game, but I think it's mostly a dead skill. So security, speechcraft, and mercantile are the only ones I say don't worry about. Mysticism, I also don't think is very good as a major skill. It's not a great one to pick. Same thing with alteration or alchemy even. So I think the best ones are going to be the ones where you get to actively do damage, but you can pick whichever ones you think are really good. Mysticism, I just don't think is one that you need to have as a major skill, but any of these are good. I choose blade over blunt, and the reason for that is that the best weapons in the game are blade weapons. There are great blunt weapons, but the best ones like Goldbrand and Ebony Blade, those are blade weapons. And Dusk Blade, Dawn Blade, which is one from Shivering Isles, that's a great weapon too. So I recommend blade, but you could pick whichever one you want. If you want to get like the orc hammer, blunt is good. Hand to hand, I think, is more viable than it is in a lot of other games. It's kind of fun. So if you want to play a monk build, then I think it's fun to do it. I did a monk build once upon a time, and I had a lot of fun with it. You damage the fatigue and health at the same time, so you can knock guys down and punch them to death. It could be quite a bit of fun. So anyway, that's what I recommend for those. And overview. Wayfarer is what I called him. So when you level up, it's a lot easier now. You don't need to worry about micromanaging skills. We'll sleep for 1 hour. That's all the rest my character needs. Okay, so here's your leveling up. You have 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 virtues. You can do 5, maximum 5 any level. You can only do 1 point of luck, as far as I know. So you can do 1 point of luck per level. It costs 4 of your virtues here. So I would do endurance because that will give you more health throughout the course of the game. And for this guy, I'm going to do strength so that I can carry a bit more stuff. And that's how you do it. And you could pick whichever ones you want to get bonuses to whenever you level up. Hope that explains it for this game. And I hope you'll enjoy this if you choose to play this game. It definitely has its own flavor. So it's a little bit different flavor from the original Oblivion game, but I think a lot of modern players will enjoy it. If you're comparing it to modern games, I think it's actually a really good game compared to most modern games. So if you choose to buy the remaster, or you're watching this because you bought the remaster, I hope you'll have fun with it. I will be streaming it and having a little fun with it myself. Please don't forget to check down below in the description box. You can join the Patreon. You get a free book every month, as well as check out my books on Amazon. And I will see you all next time. Have a great, great day.